Hey guys, Nick Schad here with GuffandStuff.net, Phoenix Comicon 2016. I'm here with Andres with Ivory Forge. Do you want to tell us what you guys are?
So we are replica bowyers. I specialize in making functional and sometimes non-functional replica bows. So from favorite video games like Skyrim, Legend of Zelda, Tomb Raider, even some movies and television and whatnot.
So how long have you been making bows and stuff like that?
I got my start almost 3 years ago, and I was just doing some things for myself, but then I started up a little business and just picked it up from there.
Cool. So are you an archer yourself, I'm assuming?
I am. So I do know certain levels of quality that are required in making these bows. So I make sure that each bow is aligned straight, that the tillering is good, and I make sure that everything looks clean and crisp.
Nice. Do you want to tell us how making a bow, the process of making a bow, what step-by-step type stuff?
So we make most of our bows out of PVC pipe. Some of them are hybrid with parts made out of wood or other materials like foam, Eva foam and whatnot. But basically you take a PVC pipe, you heat it up, and then using specialized jigs, you taper it to give it the right dynamic, and then if you want to recurve it, heat it again and recurve it, and then afterwards sand it and paint it and seal it.
How long does a normal longbow take? How long does that normally take to make?
The longbow, just shaping it, 10-15 minutes tops.
Okay.
Painting after that, another 5-10 minutes, and sealing, and then you have to just wait for that to cure. Something a little more complex, like the recurves, they have several more steps, but you can finish the shaping in about an hour, and then the painting a little more after that.
Okay, so it's not too long of a process. What do your bows draw? What do you usually use?
So I usually use a 3/4 inch pipe, which will give us a draw weight between 20 to 35 pounds. And you can control that by how aggressively you taper the bow, so like how flat you make it, as opposed to how round you leave it. That's what I usually use, but we can also go as high as 50 to 60 pounds if we use a 1-inch piece of pipe.
Okay. So you said you've been doing about 3 years. What got you to start? What was your inspiration to start making bows and everything?
So I'm sure most of you have seen the Lars Anderson videos where he shoots really fast. So I saw that video first time 3 years ago. I was like, I want to do that. But I don't have a bow like that. I have a modern bow, and there's just no way you're going to get that out of that. So I didn't have enough money to buy one overseas, but found just surfing YouTube that you can make bows out of PVC pipe. So, there are tutorials on YouTube on how to do so. Backyard Bowyer, he's like the main one. There's also Tim Piatek and a couple other just random people also that show you. So that's how I got my start. I made my first one over a stovetop, and it didn't actually work that well, but I kept at it, and I feel like I've really kind of started something completely different from what they taught on YouTube.
So you said you'd make them mostly out of pipe and stuff like that. Do you make full wooden ones too, or no?
No full wooden ones. I prefer to just stick to the one medium and specialize in that. But like I said, we do some hybrid ones. For example, we have some replicas based on Speedy and Arsenal from the Arrow series, where we actually use a wooden handle, and then the limbs are PVC pipe.
Cool. So do you have a favorite here you want to show us, or?
It's hard to say. I've designed all of these, so they're all my little babies. Gosh, that's hard to say. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of my most recent creation. This is Ash's bow from League of Legends, and it is a fully functional version. So this is the first time I've gone and made a bow that has bulk that comes well outside the bow itself, and I was pretty proud of how that turned out. Otherwise, one of my all-time favorites is the hunting bow, based on the hunting bow from Skyrim.
Cool. So do you hunt yourself with the bow and arrow, or you just use it purely for sport, or?
I actually have never been bow hunting. I do know some of the laws and regulations as far as how strong the bow needs to be and whatnot, but I've never actually been. I usually just use them for target practice or for fun and trick shots.
Awesome. So I don't have any more questions. You pretty much answered everything I was thinking of. Do you have anything else you want to add? Just tell us about?
No, just that at Ivory Forge we're focused on quality and screen accuracy. So if you come to us and you're going to get the best that we can offer, and if you're not satisfied, we'll do everything we can to make it even better. I'm always looking to make each product better whenever the opportunity arises.
So you said you make them all yourself, obviously. How long, if somebody ordered, how long would they usually wait to get the bow?
Currently, with conventions pending, it's been taking us about 3 to 4 weeks to turn a bow around. But when we don't have conventions and mass production to deal with, we're usually able to turn it around in 1 to 2 weeks.
Awesome, awesome. Well, do you want to tell us where they can find you so if they're interested in buying a bow from you guys?
Yeah, definitely. ivoryforge.com is our website. We are also on Facebook, www.facebook.com/ivoryforge. You can follow us for promos, new product releases, and see demo videos of all the bows in action as well.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, guys, well, check these guys out. Super cool bows. I wish I was an archer myself now. But see you guys next time.
GuffandStuff.net